Salute. Welcome to Wild Country Daily Entertainment. This article is from MSN, and the title reads, Miami man sells food truck for $30K to bet $30K on the Hurricanes to win $150K. And the Hurricanes lost. So this guy right here sold that nice looking food stand, that food truck. Okay, they go on to say, MSN goes on to say his high-risk parlay turned into a major cautionary tale after Miami's championship loss. They say the story of a Miami man turning his livelihood into a wager hit social media with the kind of shock value that instantly fuels a viral moment. They say his food truck was a business he built from the ground up. They say, so it was more than a vehicle for meals. They say it represented years of grinding, early mornings, long nights, and daily hustle. They say yet he liquidated it entirely to place a $30,000 parlay on the Miami Hurricanes, winning the 2026 National Championship and the game total going over the line. They say the potential payout, they say a massive $150,000. Now, if you hit on that $150,000, that would be nice. But what are the odds of hitting $150,000 on a bet? That's very little odds, my opinion. Okay, so they're going to say, for him, the bet wasn't reckless. They say it was confidence. They say he labeled it the easiest lock of 2026. A declaration that spread rapidly across timelines as people tried to process the magnitude of what he risked. They go on to say the image shared alongside the story showed him standing proudly beside the bright yellow food truck that once anchored his business. They say, thus wearing a Hurricane shirt as if doubling down on belief. They say the post shared by Say Cheese DGTL on X hit millions of screens within hours. They say, and because the wager happened just before the biggest game of the year, anticipation only grew. They say the setup had all the ingredients of a modern sport betting saga. They say it was YOLO, gamble, a hometown team storyline, and a life-changing payout, they say. They go on to say all of this dangling in front of someone who staked everything for a chance at it. They go on to say why the $150K payout looked so close to reachable. Well, that's because they say the parlay he chose wasn't random. They say Miami's improbable playoff run had already shocked the country, knocking off multiple higher-ranked teams to reach the championship. They go on to say fans believed the momentum couldn't be denied, even though odds makers favored Indiana. They say Miami had earned a reputation that season for showing up when counted out. So, as you know already, he bet on Miami, and of course Miami lost. So not only did he lose his food truck, he also lost the bet too. So now his dream of having that 150K just went all down the toilet. So, people, the moral of the story, if you're going to be betting, don't bet huge like that. Bet what you can bet, and that's it. Don't bet all your money. Don't go selling your stuff to bet, because 9 chances out of 10, you're going to lose that bet plus whatever you sold. So if you sold something valuable that was valuable in your life, 9 chances out of 10, you're going to lose that valuable thing that you worked so hard for. So that's why you always bet what you can bet, and don't bet too high, or don't bet at all. If you're not sure, don't bet at all. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. I'd be willing to hear your thoughts. I'm going to leave the link to this article in the description down below. Until next time, peace.